Kanye.
Welcome to another episode of the Paid Day Off podcast. We are here today. We got a special guest, my brother, one of my best friends here, one of all of our dear friends.
Oh God,
Mr. More Seasoning himself. Farnumgrindtime.
yes.
Hey,
Welcome, my brother. Long
We are
overdue.
here.
baby.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Grind time is not officially in the name, by the way. It's
Yes,
just-
but
yeah.
I had to say it, bro, because
That's the IG handle.
Come on.
Instagram, though,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's the handle. That's the
More
handle.
seasoning and
Respect.
Farnumgrindtime.
bro,
Yeah, man. What's good,
here
bro?
we are, bro. This is
Appreciate
weird.
you doing this, man.
Bro,
We've been
of
waiting for
course,
this.
man, of
We've been
course.
waiting for this one, for
Of
real.
course. Timing
is
is
wild.
everything, right? Like, we planned to do it right before you left. I said, I feel like y'all should wait till after, get the momentum of the channel going, and then capitalize
Yep.
on, you got some bigger interviews lined up, and that's sure shit. That's what y'all did, man.
For real.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
here we are now,
Grinded
bro.
that
Absolutely.
out.
Yeah, we got a wild week ahead of us, too, so...
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you're about to get married. First off, like, how does that feel?
All right, so this is gonna sound crazy, man. Like, a lot of people ask, like, if I feel nervous, right? Like, what do you feel? You feel nervous? The only thing I feel nervous about is, like, everybody getting there. Because I'm literally asking, like, 50 people to travel to the other side of the country. And a big majority of, like, my squad that I got coming, like, family and friends, are not, like, well-versed travelers. They're not seasoned travelers, right? So it's like there's a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainties. And I feel like I just kind of have to be there for everyone while I'm also trying to, like, plan my wedding. You know what I mean? So it's
just
like,
more, yeah.
once everybody lands out there, I'm cool. I'm
chilling.
cool, bro.
So
Because
it's more just worry right now. Make
yeah,
sure
it's
everybody gets
just
their
like I
shit.
just want everybody to be there, everybody to get there safe, no hassle. But like outside of that, like I'm cool, bro. I can't wait, dude.
I
It's
agree,
like,
because I feel like once we get there,
yeah.
It's going to be a movie.
yeah. Because at this point, bro, it's just been the stress of everything, like just the tuxes and like the,
Can we
like
talk
the
about
flight.
We're 5 days
Bro.
out, bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
we're 3 days away from getting there. 5 days out from the actual day itself of y'all walking down the aisle.
crazy.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
I just got off tour last night, and we going right to Cali.
Crazy.
So-
We're back on tour.
Yeah, back on tour, basically. So,
Facts, man.
yeah,
Yeah, this is going to be a good
Yeah.
one.
very, very dope. I'm excited.
Yo, I'm
Word.
stoked.
It does not feel real.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel real. Let me elaborate a little bit more because it's like I kind of like my feelings towards everything is kind of consumed by that. But when it comes to like actually marrying my best friend, oh, bitch, I get choked up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like nothing has ever felt so right in my entire life. Like, not even the direction.
Yeah.
The direction right has not even felt this right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just so easy. It feels so natural. And it's like, I've never felt this way before. I've always been kind of somebody that pushes against marriage because like, I got put in between like a crazy divorce with my parents as a jit, right? So it's like, I got a lot of scratches and wounds and traumas that I am from my childhood there. So it's like I always kind of had a sour outlook on marriage. And bro, like all I want to do is like commit the rest of my life to this woman.
That's real.
That's one thing I feel like you've always been pretty good about as far as taking your relationship seriously. Like even as we were kids growing up, and in a sense, obviously this is a much larger scale because once you knew, you knew. But and I know we're
Yeah.
early in this, bro. And we're sitting here, we're talking, but I just want to act like, bro, like what from the beginning of you even meeting Jaclyn? Because we talked about a lot of shit back then, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how did you know this is exactly? Because honestly, 5 years ago, 5+ years ago, I feel like you could have married her right then and there.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, nah, bro. It was like, it was just the craziest chemistry, bro. Like, I don't even know. I think what like part of it had to do with was I had come out of a previous relationship that I had gotten literally like less than a month after my brother died, right? So it's like I ran away from my brother's death and all those feelings, all that hurt, all that pain, just like I ran away from like dealing and coping and really healing from that. And I just like jumped into a relationship to distract myself. Now, like, I tell Jaclyn this all the time. Like, we're always like, yo, what would you do if like you were in a room full of your exes, right? And it's like we always have like commentary or whatever. But genuinely, like, there's a handful of girls from my past, like that you're talking about, I took relationships serious.
Yeah, at least back then.
That I would genuinely apologize to, because they just got such a mediocre, watered down, checked out version of me because I was so messed up from my brother dying, right? So it's like, I didn't tell my family I loved them anymore. I wasn't affectionate. I didn't like hugging anyone. Like, even with my friends, like I was way less like lovey. It's like now you guys always joke like, oh, when Farnum gets drunk, like he's always spilling, oh, I love you, bro.
Facts.
I know I'm not. But it's just like, the truth is, I was so damaged from my brother dying and running away from that, that I just I was just a cold dude, bro. And when I met Jaclyn, there was just something in her, like after we had got to know each other and we started like really talking and like diving super deep into like real emotional and like intellectual conversations, where it's like she just kind of like woke that up inside of me. I remember even after we had talked for a couple weeks, she had asked me, I was like, oh, I'm a robot. Like, my friends know I'm a robot. Like, I was just cold. And she just like broke that. And when I finally like let that go, it's like, imagine like you're frozen in ice and then the ice just shatters and you're like, it was like I came back alive. And I think like her pouring herself into me and me allowing that, and also just me being vulnerable for the first time in so long and giving that to her, just made it like the chemistry so crazy, bro. It was just like fireworks.
Yeah.
And it's never changed.
That's the thing. I can honestly say, I feel like since you guys have first met to now, it's the same thing, if not more.
It's just different.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's
Matured.
Yeah, it's definitely matured.
Yeah.
So I just think that you guys have something truly special, and I'm saying that obviously as your brother, but
Yeah.
That's just, of course, people could say I'm the biased one, and we all are. But just being real, because you went through that era back when I was like what 19, 20. You were like 22, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Where you were cold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I was a douchebag.
I know.
I was a douchebag. Like,
Talk about man of the hour era.
that whole era, bro. Absolutely.
I remember
Bubblegum
that.
trap era.
All of that. I was just a cold dude, bro. I was broken, bro. And you have to remember,
Yeah.
like, yeah, my brother died, but like, even before he died, bro, it was just like, just dealing with all his issues in life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my brother was always my hero, bro. Like, I'll never forget the moment that like broke my heart, like more than anything in life. I was talking to my brother. My brother was 10 years older than me. Like, he's the reason why I started rapping, why I got into hip hop. Like, literally and Farnum, that's where it comes from. It's my brother's last name. He was Farnum, I was Little Farnum. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember he was messaging me on Facebook one day, and he messaged me. He's like, "You're my hero." And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that shit was like tragic to me, because it's like, I've looked up to this dude my whole life. Like, I idolize him, and he just took such a crazy path in life and got so low that he idolized me. And it was just like, it just fucked my head up, bro. Yeah. And it's like, so it's like, even before he actually died, like, I was mourning a part of my brother, and it just like made me so cold, dude. It was just like, I can't really explain that, you know? So it was just a snowball effect of dealing with all that, you know, heartbreaks, relationships, all of that stuff. Like, you have to uphold a certain image of hip hop and music, where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're the man in the room. You got the glow bottle at the club. Like, you untouchable. Like, I'm emotionless. Yeah. And it's like, I finally just like let all that shit go. I just checked out from everything else and just like poured myself into her. And it's like, this shit saved me, dude.
I feel like we've never truly had this conversation before.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nah.
Honestly. I remember that because I remember the day you called me when your brother was even in the hospital, and that was I didn't even know what to say. I just remember the conversation and they were like, "Yo, I love you, bro."
Yeah.
Which we've never had this conversation since then.
Nah.
That was just crazy.
Yeah, bro. Very lightly talked about, you know, and it's like, it's so bittersweet, because it's like, It's not even bittersweet. It's just bitter. Like I'm getting married and
Yeah.
so soon. It's like he would have been standing up there next to me, you know?
Bro, how has Jay's death like affected you now to like moving forward into
You know,
going into all this marriage and life and even like your career and all, like everything you're doing right now?
I don't want to give myself this characteristic, but I feel like I have it where like I've always been able to watch somebody else burn their hand and me go, I'm not going to do that. Or I watch somebody win. Oh, he did that? That's how I'm going to do it. Like I've always learned from other people's mistakes, other people's achievements, and I've kind of pivoted my life like that. It's like so many other people will see somebody burn themselves and they're like, well, let me try. And then they burn themselves. All right, I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
Or they burn themselves 5 times until they learn. And I'm just somebody who can like watch that go down, learn from that. And fortunately and unfortunately, my brother was the biggest lesson that I've ever had. You know, it's like I watched him make so many mistakes in life that I knew that I never had to make those mistakes. So it's like, that's why I never jumped into drugs when all my friends did drugs. That's why I never drank crazy when all my friends were partying in college. And it's just like, I just learned so much from him, like even down to like a financial standpoint, you know what I mean? Like how he moved with his finances and like, just literally so many life lessons. Because he was 10 years older than me, like I wasn't touching those moments in life where I had to make those decisions, where I had to make those calls, where I had to move a certain way.
Yep.
And it's like I had a crystal ball, bro, in front of me, and it was my brother, and it was just like, okay, like this is how I have to do this, and this is how I'm not gonna do this. And it's like he's like to this day the biggest blessing, because I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the success that I do have and that I achieved, like, you know, people that watch this, it's like they might be like, oh yeah, he does the more seasoning stuff, but it's like, man, like behind the scenes, I was doing so much more this whole time, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't put that out there. Like when I see people saying like, oh, he blah, blah, it's like, I just keep that on the private side, because it's like, I get my money and I win in a certain way. And it's like, if I want to do it on camera, I'll talk about it on camera, but it, you know, that's all because of him. Like I wouldn't have gotten the experience and the leeway and the foreshadow, all of that stuff, bro. I attribute it to him, you know? Also the people that I decided to have in my life. Like look at our friend group, bro. Like my youngest relationship and my core friends, there's what, like 10 of us, 15 of us?
Damn near.
Lex. 9 years I've been friends with Alex already, bro. And it's like, it's been the same people, you know? Like, we don't let anybody else in. At least me personally, like, I don't let anybody else inside my circle because, like, high morals, good character, all of that stuff is something that I value because my brother didn't have that around him. He had the opposite, and look where it took him and all his friends, bro. It's just like, that was a lesson. It was like, all right, I can't be around people that are using drugs. I can't be around, you know what I mean? It's just like people that are moving like that. It's like even my friends that were in the streets, like moving in the streets, you know, like whatever they were doing. It's like, I love you, but I got to do it from a distance because if I get too close to it, I know it comes with that.
Yeah,
like
you've always been good about that, though.
I respect what you do. You know what I mean? Like respect, but like I got to protect my peace, protect myself. And it's just, it's all because of my brother, bro.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my older brother, guess what? I'm getting too close to that. I'm messing around with drugs. I'm drinking too. And it's just like, yeah, nah, I definitely like 100% everything that I have. Like, don't get me wrong. It took a lot of work, but it's like, I attribute that to him because I had 10 years of failures and wins to look at ahead of me. You know, like he died when he was 32 and it's like, I'm not even 30 yet. So I still have a few years of his experiences that I get to make decisions off of, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the answer to your question. That was long-winded, sorry.
No, I mean, that's beautiful, everything you just said, because it really shaped you into the man you are today. And
absolutely,
just having that self-knowledge and vision of how you want your life and the people you want
Yeah.
around you. I think that's such a gem.
Yeah.
that,
Nah,
anybody should,
Part of
adopt.
that is kind of, I think, why we've been so close. Like, thinking like this, our friend group has been so close for 10 plus years.
Right.
Yeah.
Solid.
Which moving on from that, which is it's kind of funny to think. Farmers always kind of hung out with. I'm gonna say I'm not even kind of. I'm gonna say like the urban crowd.
Urban. Farnum,
Diverse.
Yeah, diverse.
I would say. We got us.
Farnum's pretty much his entire friend group is non-white. That's what he's saying.
All right.
That's basically what it
I
is.
feel like we don't talk about that enough.
I mean, yeah.
We don't, or realize that.
I think about it all the time.
I don't.
Minorities.
Every time we're at the crib and we're just like, we're all here, it's literally just you. You're the only white dude for the most part. Unless it's like John.
Well, John's Cuban.
Well, all right. Well, there you go.
Wait, is there anybody who's just straight up white, like who's in our group solid? Like not Devin, of course, but like
Like in our group, like in
Nah.
our nah, bro.
See, I didn't even know that about John because I don't really know John like that.
Yeah,
like
nah,
I know
John's
him.
Cuban.
I know him through you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, nobody.
damn.
Nah.
Do
When
you
you
ever
say
think
like
about
that,
that?
I think it's funny.
what do you mean by
It's
that?
like I didn't. It wasn't
Wait, so
because
wait.
like let's be real. Like it's not like
Oh, we're
it's
funny to
my
you?
group, right? Like it's all our group. Like we've all brought people in. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
that's just how it is. It was. You know.
Yeah.
That's just funny to me because it's like,
Nah, it's super funny.
It's a big ass group of mutual friends. Like
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because like a lot of, I'll let y'all keep asking questions because I feel like I can elaborate.
of course
on
you can.
something.
Yeah. I think that goes back to probably like the battle rap days, start back then.
Yeah,
But then
definitely
again,
from the rap
I mean, that's actually like a middle point in that because Farm kind of grew up on, like the hip hop culture and
okay,
that type
so
of shit.
I mean, I have a question based on
Yeah.
that. You say your brother is the reason you got into rap.
Yeah.
So what is your earliest memory of like falling in love?
Oh,
with
I
the
know.
art?
I literally know the literal second that it happened. My brother was parked in my driveway. I was probably like 10 years old. 8 Mile had just come out. Like 8 Mile just came out. And his boy Steve pulled up. He had an Expedition with the spinners on him, the rims. Like that's how they had subs in their shit, PlayStations. Like it was like Pimp My Ride. Like
early
their
2000s
shit was
classic.
all crazy, bro. Lights underneath. And they were sitting in the back of Steve's Suburban, and it was him, Steve, this dude Mosh, and then one other guy, and they were back there and they were rap battling and freestyling. And it was like before Smack, like literally right after 8 Mile, you know what I mean? And I walked back there and they did the coin flip, you go first, and then they were just literally battling over instrumentals in my driveway, bro. And I was just like, holy, to me it was the coolest shit ever. So I was just like, what? So my brother was like, yo, we're gonna go to the store. I was like, all right, y'all coming back? And he was like, yeah. And I remember I ran in his bedroom. He had the 8 Mile on VHS or DVD, whatever it was. And I had it loaded up literally to like second one. And I waited for them to come back all night so I could just click play and then we could watch it. And like, they never came back, bro. They went out and partied. But like, that was it, man. And then as far as like, that like it's like I was like, whoa, like that was like my first introduction into like actually rapping. I mean, I had listened to hip hop my whole life. Like he had the first Missy Elliott CD. Like my brother was into hip hop, bro. Every album, you know what I'm saying? It's like we talk about the throwbacks. That's because my brother had those CDs. You know, he had the whole the binder with all the sleeves, with all the CD, MJG,
I remember those. Yeah,
all that,
bro.
bro. Like that was my brother.
Yeah.
And I was walking down the street and I was walking past Mosh's house one day to my boy's house and they were in the driveway and they were battling. Now this is a few years later. I was probably 13 at this point. So I was like, yo, I want to do it. And I remember I like walked like 5 or 6 houses down and I came up with a line in my head. It was like 2 bars, literally. It was 2 bars and I was like, oh, that's fire. And I walked back and they're in the driveway and I'm like, yo, I want to battle. And they're like, word, Little Farnum? You want to battle Little Farnum? They were all older than me, they're like, 19, 20, 21. And I was like, yeah. So they stepped up. They're like, all right, you're going to battle Jeff. All right, bet. Jeff. His name was Widow. His name was Widow. I'm like, all right, bet. So they flip the coin. He wins the coin toss. All right, it's on you, Farnum. Little Farnum, whatever. Yo, I go to spit my first bar, and I'm like, my adrenaline was rushing. I've never experienced this anywhere else in life. My adrenaline rushed so hard in that moment, bro, that I couldn't speak.
Oh shit.
Like my throat closed up.
He's
like I was
choking.
just like, yeah, bro. I was choking. They're like, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm like, all right. And I tried to do it again, and literally my fingers are. You ever take a shit too long, and your feet fall asleep, and it's like, oh god,
Do
they're
I?
like vibrating, right?
Oh, yeah,
My whole body, bro, my whole being felt like that. It was the craziest thing, and I was like, whoa. And then like I got my 2 bars out, and they're like, oh, and then like I really didn't have anything much after that. But I literally went home that night. I walked out of his driveway, went back to my house. I made a music MySpace page. My name was Little Farnum, and I started writing freestyles. Well, writing raps and like starting to freestyle. And literally, that's how it started.
Damn. For real?
That's how it started.
So from that timeline to like we started doing like little shows and shit like that.
Like Grind Time?
Yeah, how'd you get like connected? Like who would you talk to?
So
first?
they had like a little local battle thing at the Chop Shop. So it was this really dope hip hop store. They had like all these mixtapes. It was like DJ Screw, DJ Smalls, Cannon, like everybody. They had all the mixtapes that they sold there because nobody had MP3 players at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this place is fire. Like all the goons were up there, like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like super cultured. Like everybody was in donks. Like I was just like, yo, I love this. Like this is so fire. Everybody with the golds, the wicks.
What year are we talking?
The first time I was out there, I was 13, so it would have been like
06, 07, 08?
07.
Oh, okay. My bad, yeah.
2007, yeah. I was out there. It was just like, it was a vibe, and I just felt, somehow I convinced my mom to just leave me there for hours.
So your mom would drop you
My mom
off
would drop me. She would pull up. There would
That's
be like
crazy.
100 people outside. Like, and that's back in the day when we were wearing Gerbos and Dickies and triple
like 08.
XLs. We had the fitted hats, like,
Yeah.
chains down to here. Like, it was crazy. And I look back at that and I'm like, damn, like, my mom's a G, bro. Like, she was literally
Supported,
like, I trust you. Like, do your thing.
I remember you had that long ass chain.
I was just thinking about
Shit was like,
with no pendant.
Bruh, I wanted to talk about
no
that. Farnum,
pendant
all
is
right,
crazy.
let's be real. Farnum had eras, bro.
Hella.
Yeah.
Like-
Respect it though.
He had,
I met him in that era.
Yes.
I met you in like 2008 probably.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah.
No, 07 probably. 'Cause that's when I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
y'all meet in middle school?
Middle school, yeah.
Yeah, middle school.
Because I
You know
met
we had to
Farnum.
meet. I mean, he saw I had Bapes on and
Oh,
Evisus.
yeah. Nah, he was
So
I
we,
met-
we
crazy.
clicked instantly because he knew what that stuff was, and not many
Damn.
people did.
Yeah.
I met Farnum. It was 2010, my freshman year.
Wait, so you knew him
Wait,
before
you-
him?
Nah, yeah,
guess so,
because
yeah.
from
I didn't
middle
know
school
that.
order, yeah.
Did not know
Yeah,
that.
he's
I met
way-
Farnum
you're younger.
freshman year.
You're like 3
Sure,
years.
Yeah,
okay.
because y'all graduated, because you graduated in 2012.
Yeah, we're the same.
Y'all all
class.
graduated in
All
2012.
12 years.
and I
Same
graduated in 2014, yeah.
Oh, 14.
Because I was a freshman and I met you at the football game. When you met Farnum?
Bro, I've known T
Probably the
forever.
same-
Like
same-
6th
Late.
grade.
Oh,
yeah.
word?
Okay.
Oh, so you knew him before all of us.
Yeah, just knew of him and shit,
Yeah,
but we didn't become.
we didn't get close, honestly, till after high school.
You hated me, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You thought I was sarcastic.
Oh man, you used to troll me, bro.
You did. You did.
I thought, just like I thought Troy hated me.
That's just because you're sensitive, bro. I hung out with him every day, bro.
what?
I was a senior. No, I was a junior, and you were a freshman. I used to go in his class every day, and like we would talk about music. And I mean, I was.
But
I don't know.
sometimes I would catch you
fans,
on.
that
I
was
would-
rebuttal.
Like,
You
I don't know
had
why
that-
you thought you
you
were like
had
one
that-
of
You had
the
that
only.
resting bitch face,
Nah.
like
I do.
that shit ain't funny, nigga. Like on
Nah,
some shit.
because
Like
I
that.
would come up to you on some like some hype shit, and then you would be like, yeah.
I remember
What's
his.
up, bro?
Well, yeah, you were like,
I was like
a
a
wild
little
little
kid.
kid. Yeah. No,
And Troy's just like,
he was just excited,
Yeah, bro,
bro.
yeah, bro.
He
I
was
said,
excited.
Remember that one pick, like that one pick we got from that Anklo game, where like I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Bro, he's so hyped.
Yo.
This motherfucker's not even in focus. He's blurred. Like,
yeah. I'm
I'm
like,
like, all right, bro.
I was
Just a
hype, bro.
hyper ass kid, bro.
yeah, because but the first time I met Farnum though was at a football game. I remember, and I rapped for him, which was dope.
Yeah, your
because-
boy was beatboxing.
Yes, and it was like, it was all love.
Yeah, because everybody was hyping this. Oh, Farnum versus young LJ.
Yeah.
Like they were hyping this battle up, and then you rapped, and I was like, oh, he's nice. And I literally told him, I was like, yo, you're nice. Like let's cook. Like, let's get to work.
I really thought you was gonna come at me on some like,
Oh,
bro.
nah, man.
on some like, yeah, bro.
You gotta understand, bro. At that point, I had already been on Grind Time, right? So, to me, Grind Time was like Troy hooping and playing with NBA players.
Facts.
Like, you know, like, bro, we had Source Magazine. You know, we had Jay-Z. I was like part of the original 30 battlers.
It was a big deal.
Bro, Jay-Z, there's literally articles. I have a written article in Source Magazine where he's like, I watch every single grind time battle. Like, I had Alchemist, bro. Eminem's like main producer back in the day. Like, I had Alchemist follow me on Twitter, DM me like, bro, we see you. Keep grinding, little bro. Like, yo, you're the future. And it's just like, and you have to understand, like, I'm the only 14-year-old, 13, 14-year-old at these battles. It's all dudes that are older than me. And, like, they're putting me under their wing, right? They're encouraging me. They're like, yo, don't do drugs, bro. Don't focus on girls. Grind it out. Stay on your grind. Keep writing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay focused. Do good in school. And it's, like, crazy because, like, you know, hip-hop's got this image where it's, like, it's not that, you know what I'm saying? But they were literally pushing me to be the best that I could be. So, you know, now a few years pass, I'm seasoned. I've got like 5, 6 grind time battles under my belt. I've been on World, so I got all this exposure. And I got this young cat coming up to me, and he's freestyling. It's like, yo, all these dudes put me under their wing and you know what I'm saying, supported me. And it's like, why would I not do the same thing?
Which
it's
I've
like,
never actually told you.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
Of course, bro.
And that
Never thought about
is literally our origin story, rather.
Legit. That's it.
Damn. Moving forward though to like a couple years after that, why? We never really actually like genuinely talk about this. Why did you just stop?
So after I turned 18, I started being able to accept the flights out to these other cities where they were holding events, right? And it's like, that's all I wanted to do, bro. Like, I was getting offers to fly out when I was 15 years old because I was this anomaly. Like, World Star Hip Hop's post, they were the biggest hip hop website in the world at that time. And they're posting me on there like, world's youngest battle rapper. And I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views on there. Like, I literally remember Mano uploaded a video. I think he uploaded the video with T-Pain, the All the Above.
And that's it.
Mano was in that?
All the above.
Yeah, it was T-Pain and Mano.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I believe it was that video, and all the World Star comments were like, yo, let's get this little kid more views than Mano. Let's get Lil Farnum more views than Mano. They didn't like Mano on World Star for some reason. So it's like, bro, my videos were getting all these views, and I could not travel because my mom was, which I respect.
Yeah.
Like, hell no. Like, I'm not letting my 15-year-old kid fly across the country to go, like, rap. Like, you know, like,
Yeah,
how
sure
do I
know
even
who you
check
gonna be
into a hotel at that point?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, I started being able to cash in on them flights. At this point, I'm 18. I'm graduated. You know, I got a girlfriend. Like, life is starting to set in. All the stuff that all the guys told me when I was younger, like, yo, if you don't let a girl get in the way, blah blah blah, like, he's gonna be the GOAT. Life sets in, right? You got a job. I got friends. I got a life outside of hip hop. And I remember I flew to this event in Arizona, and I was hyped. Like, I had some of the illest rounds that I had wrote. And I got to the venue, and there was like 20 people there. And I was like, what the?
Arizona.
What the hell?
I think I remember this
I
battle.
was in Phoenix, bro.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, what? Like, there's 20 people. I'm so used to battling in front of these giant crowds, bro. And I was like, oh, this feels weird, bro. So, like, I get up there. I'm the last battle of the night. We were the headliner for the event. I'm the last battle to go up. At this point, it's been like 10 hours that I've been at the venue. I'm exhausted. Everybody's exhausted. They kept waiting for people to come. No one was coming. I was just like, yo, what kind of event is this? This is crazy. So we battle, like, no energy in the room. It just left like such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, oh, I hate this. I hate this.
You were living more off of like the...
Bro, the when your foot falls asleep,
Yeah.
I had experienced that every single time I battled up until that point. And when I got up there, I didn't feel anything. And I was like, oh, I hate this.
Because I remember you told me, like, I remember a long time ago I asked you, like, why'd you stop battle rapping? And then you said, like, one battle, like, there was no more spark from when I had my old battles. But you never told me it was, like, you went some battle in Arizona.
So there was that one. That was the last one that I did. The one I did before that, I got flown out to Seattle and I battled in Tacoma.
Okay, that's the one I'm thinking of.
And I was in the hood for that one.
Yeah.
And there was a huge crowd. And I was like, oh, man, like, I know I'm going to get, and I got on stage in front of all these people in a city with people, and I was like, we were talking shit, me and this dude I was battling. It was like war, bro. And I got up there, and I was like, I didn't feel it. I didn't get the adrenaline rush. I didn't get the static in my fingers, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I crushed the battle. It was one of my favorite battles. But I was like, yo, this feels weird. So then follow that up with the Arizona battle. And I was like, oh, man, this isn't good. I had one more battle booked. It was in Orlando, and it was against a dude from Arizona. It was like their best battle rapper. And I wrote the best rounds by far that I had ever written, bro. They were the most devastating bars I had ever written. I was like, I'm gonna get the illest battle after this because these are so fire. I'm at the event. There's a huge crowd. Conceded's there. Conceded battles. My boy Pumpkinhead's there, like who's like a hip hop legend. Rest in peace, PH, man. But like literally a Brooklyn legend, yo. He's there, like so many people there. There's magazines there. Michael Jordan's son pulled up, like packed house.
Did I go to that battle with you?
I think you did. You met. It was by the car. There was a car show outside too.
Yes, I went to that battle. Yes.
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 Yo, so I'm stoked, bro. We're like 75% way through the event, and I'm like, yo, where is this dude at? Like, bro, no shows on me. Doesn't answer the phone. Never got on the flight. Just like, didn't show up. No show. Ghosted everyone, bro. And I was like, I'm done. I had already started dabbling in music. I was like, I'm done. It's a waste of my time, man. Like, I got love for the sport, but like, I'm done. I want to focus on my music.
That's how that happened.
And that's it, man. It was just like 3 bad experiences back to back.
Yeah.
And I had such a legacy at that time. Like I came up in like the golden era, bro. I was like an OG. And I have such a legacy. I was like, I just want to leave it. I don't want to tarnish it. It's like Brett Favre.
Yeah.
You know, like Brett Favre played all them years after he was like the GOAT, and then it like took away his, it's like Tom Brady's last year. It's like everybody's like, oh, he shouldn't have played that last year. You know, but it's just like, I was like, I'm just going to leave it.
Did you make like a graceful exit, or like you just dipped and people were asking you like, where you at? Like
At the event?
like when you just
In
kind of like
general.
wanted to leave it.
After that.
Nah, I stayed in the scene. Like I still talk to like like I still got all my boys that that I keep close with or whatever. Like I flew up to Toronto. My boy Pat Stay, rest in peace,
R.I.P.
man. He got killed last year.
Yeah.
He's murdered. And they threw a memorial event for him, and it was like epic. They brought Jin back, which is like a legendary. He was on Smack, bro, legend. Like
that name. Yeah.
Hollow the Don, like Dumbfounded, like bro, like all my boys from when I was a jit, like so many who I had never even met, right? So I fly up there, and I get to the event, and everybody's like, oh, what's good? Like I could tell I was dapping people up, and they were like, oh yeah, what's up, bro? I was like, oh, you don't remember? You don't recognize me? Like, nah, sorry, bro. Like I was like, it's Little Farnum, bro. They're like, oh, bro, geeking out. And then, of course, like, bro, they were just, yeah, man. It's like, I don't know.
You know what that reminded me of? Remember when we were all in IHOP in Newport Richie and BA was there? And then he was just like, he put 2 and 2 together. Y'all were just talking for a
at
little
my
bit.
house,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
wait a
yeah.
minute, you're Farnumgrindtime?
Yeah.
He was like,
That was at my crib.
Yo, that's
He
how y'all
goes-
chopped it up.
He goes, oh, you battle?
Yeah.
I put my battle with DNA on the table. He goes,
He was fanning
Yes,
out.
I
bro.
That's
remember
what y'all
that.
like,
Bro,
yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
a beautiful moment. I was like,
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
forgot
about
about
fun.
it. BA is
he
a
loves
battle
battle
head.
rap.
yeah, I
To
took
this
BA
day,
to
bro.
He was
BA to
geeked
a smack
out.
event.
Yeah.
And I invited him to the Toronto one because I know he's in Winnipeg.
yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, it's
pretty
too far
far.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nah, man, we
Funny.
went and saw Arsenal and Hollow, the rematch. He was tweaking. He's like, yo, all my favorite battlers are here.
That's my brother, by the way.
Yeah, the BA. Yeah,
Brandon.
shout out BA, man.
Yeah, shout out my boy.
Now, how you segue from into that into like once you started making the actual music? Because you like we were talking about the eras of you. That was
Yeah.
one era. Right
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Long Chain Farnum, like
Rapping
like
in the classroom.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
then
bars.
from
Yo,
that,
we had that
he went-
substitute teacher, a little short lady. I don't remember her
Bro,
name.
it was that kid's mom,
Yes,
Jordan's
yes,
mom.
yes,
Yeah.
the one who got hooped with.
What was her
Yup.
name?
And I don't remember, but this dude would just be freestyling. Just whatever he saw, he would freestyle based
Yeah.
on that. Just going
Which,
crazy.
just so y'all know,
And
I'm saying this.
And I'm the one who like really understands how hard
Yes.
that is to do. And I'm just freaking out in class. Like, yo.
Just so
y'all
y'all
don't
know,
get it. Like,
this
dude's going
motherfucker,
off, bro.
he can go off the dome
To this day.
to this day. Now, moving forward from that era, because he went straight into the Hollister area. Okay, when he was starting to wear,
Hollister.
remember that?
So I
he
was still
definitely had a-
battling in the Hollister.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And then
Last
Rap
couple
rap
months.
battling in Hollister is
You went
crazy.
from that into like into the music, like Man of the Hour shit.
Yeah. But we had our mixtape,
Correct. We did our mixtape, which was
The hookah shit?
garbage. Yeah.
He said hookah shit.
No, that is.
nah,
What was it
really.
called?
though.
Yeah,
Shisha
nah,
It
tape.
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
funny, but yeah.
She's your dreams, right?
Shisha dream.
Yeah.
that sounds
Remember that.
wild looking back at it.
Oh, you about to play a clip of it right now? All right, fine.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Roll it.
Cuddy, Sparky, put it in a bowl and taking that sheesh hoe till I'm getting throws.
Go roll the clip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
bro.
you went from that. So moving into the music area, you did that. So you were talking about how all that shit pretty much ended with Jaclyn after like bubblegum trap and everything.
Yeah.
What? Like why? What
All
happened?
right, so I'll do the segue. So battle to music, boom. So there was always, now keep in mind, there's been a lot of battle rappers since. It's been years and years and years that have like made really good music. Sue Surf, my dog Sue Surf for one, like fire music, millions of views, like collabs with Mozzie, everybody, bro. Jim Jones, everybody.
I played against his summer league team, by the way. Sue Surf.
Yeah,
he was the coach.
Hey, free Sue for real, free Surf.
He's in jail right now, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many, you know what I'm saying? Now, but back then, there was always this like negative connotation around battlers that they could not make good
I was gonna
music
mention that, yeah.
because they would get on beat and they would just like, it was just bars.
Too many
Like
words.
they couldn't make relatable stuff. It was punchlines. It was like, that's why Drake was so epic, because Drake could like deliver punchlines and relatable shit in a simple way. And it was like, the real rap fans could vibe with it. The basic rap fans could vibe with it. People who didn't listen to rap could understand like what he was delivering, because he just had this like perfect way of putting like
Mixing it
bars, relatable content, and just like hip hop all in one. You
Well, that's
know what I
also
mean?
because he's such a fan of the sport.
Oh yeah, God.
Well,
I mean,
nah, he
bro,
does
He
love
goes
it.
to battles.
yeah,
Like,
no,
he's-
he's hosted how many?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So what, you
crazy.
felt like you had a point to prove?
Nah, yeah, absolutely. I did. I was like, yo, I know I can make good music. Like, I'm not gonna be that battle rapper that's put in a box. I spent all them years trying to segue from like bars and battle rap into like relatable music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like my last project that I did, Bubblegum Trap, it's like I look back at that and I kind of like teetered it too much, where it was literally bubblegum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but that's what music is. It's
But, bro-
experimentation, it's expression.
And at that time, it sounded really good, and respectfully.
Well, that was during the SoundCloud era,
Yeah.
so it fit right in, right? I always said this to people, like, yo, you'll watch a battle 1 or 2 times. If it's a really good battle, you'll watch it a couple
With a
times.
song.
A good song, you'll listen to that shit 50 times.
the
You
rest
know
of
what
your
I'm
life.
saying? Like a good song. Look at us, bro. Like I listen to Illmatic, and it's like, you know, Reasonable Doubt. Like these projects are 20 years old, more than that,
30.
and it's like 30 years old, and we're still listening to it. So like in my mind, I was like, there's more longevity in music. And I genuinely felt like I had this arsenal behind me, like this like such a strong force behind me, because I had all this clout from battle rap and all these plugs and all these connections, and I had like professional boxers and alchemists and like all these people who followed me. And I was like, yo, if I can put out good enough music, like it's gonna get me somewhere.
Yeah.
Literally, the way that I met Lex, I was recording a hook for Drake. Like my boy had given Drake the Started From the Bottom beat, right? So boom, Started From the
shit.
Bottom comes out. Yeah, dog.
Hollow.
Bro, Started From the Bottom comes out, okay? And my boy Hollow, because like Drake was like a huge Smack fan at that time. Hollow was his favorite battler. Hollow had listened to our tape, and he's like, yo, there's a song on there, there's a hook on there. I feel like somebody in his camp would like that or do something with, or like little inspo. He's like, the quality sucks though. So I want you to go re-record it at the studio that I went to. The reason I stopped, so I dropped Bubblegum Trap. I flew out to Vegas. I filmed a video for Y Times 3. You know what I mean? Like I was
remember.
super experimental at that time. Like I'm still proud of that project. I like it. I cringe at some songs, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's part of it. You know, that's growth. That's how it is. I started dating her. And then when our relationship became public, I started getting like the craziest comments, bro. And like I had a few thousand followers at that point. You know, I had a couple of battles over 100,000 views. I was getting all these comments like, oh, this shit is garbage. This is trash. Like he's got a black scent. He wants to be black so bad. Like look at you, you're all this shit, bro. Like just like trashing me. And it gave me some kind of insecurity, bro, where I was like, yo, I want to make music. I have this whole audience that I have in front of me now, and like I want to make music that I can like capitalize off of them with, but like that's not what, like I don't make that shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I just made what I made because I liked it and because it felt right. Like that's what artistry is, right? It's like you don't paint something for somebody, you just, you know, like you just paint what you feel.
Yeah.
And when I was in the booth, I would just rap and sing what I felt. And it's like, what that was got trashed, and I was just getting ripped apart by all these people, and it was just like,
So it just took a toll
Bro,
on you.
nobody
bro.
knew your story, bro.
Of course nobody
And-
knew my
yeah.
story. It was all these people that got introduced, all these like beauty fans that got introduced to me. And
that's-
it's just like
that's
a
one
completely different audience, right? But in my mind, I'm like, okay, like they don't like that. And I got all these followers now. So
Yeah.
like I have to,
That's
I gotta like put something that they're gonna like out. And I just like, it just like messed with me, bro. It put like a weird taste in my mouth. And I was just like, I can't do it because it's not natural. Like this isn't what I want to make. So I literally just like stopped.
so it seemed like you like went back. You after all that, you went back to the drawing board, and then this is where more seasoning just happened after that.
No,
That's
not
even where
either.
that came
like-
from. Yeah, that was some years
Yeah,
later,
that's
wasn't it?
Years later, bro.
Oh, okay.
Now, if that whole thing didn't happen, and I'm gonna just say this just to kind of like add to what you were saying about the whole Blackson thing. We're all your brothers here, bro. We know you. Yeah, obviously.
Bro,
but
I'm
gonna
not
say
gonna listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I talk like a collegiate.
Yeah.
Bro,
Correct.
like I literally grew up from a kid around hip hop
Yeah.
and battle rap. Like that's just what it is,
Yes.
man. Like I'm not sorry for that. I don't apologize for that.
if
Like that's
anything-
who I am.
it's kind of funny because if anything, when you talk a little more professional, that's when I'd be like,
Facts.
yeah, not
it's
when
unnatural.
Yeah, I'd be like, cause like when you code switching and shit.
Yo, yeah, nah. The funny part is, bro, what people don't understand is like when they say, "Oh, he got a black accent. He thinks he's black. He's a wigger." He says, "Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, like what they don't understand is like, y'all are being erased. Like y'all are putting black people in a box. It's like that's crazy. It's like by you saying that about me, you're exposing yourself, right? Because it's like, wait, you're saying that I talk like a black person. So
Yeah.
you're saying that black people talk a certain way.
Correct.
So
Like all
you're
of them.
putting black people in a box. It's like, I'm not out here doing that. I'm just doing me, you know? And it's like, I had all these people coming at me sideways and I was just like, man, like I'm in love. I got this video stuff that I'm grinding out. Like, I'm cool.
So you feel like if you and Jaclyn never got together, if that whole situation never happened, you guys never became a thing,
Here's what I
you
think
would
would
still
have
be.
happened. Realistically, I'm 29 years old. I don't know, but I don't think that I would have ever like blown up like 50 Cent, right? Like I don't think that, or Post Malone. I don't think that was gonna happen. I do think I would have had a run though, like maybe like a Lil Skies, where I was like on Rolling Loud. I was getting like 50, 60, 80,000 views on every music video. I think I was well on the way to that because my last album that I dropped, I had 2 records that got put on stupid playlists on Spotify. Like Cup of Rage ran up like 30,000 streams in like the first 2 days. It got put on Rap Radar, Release Radar, like all that stuff. So it's like I had motion. Like I was going. My video stuff was popping. I had somebody that was ready to like film all my music videos. Like I was about to get it rolling, you know what I mean? And it just like came to a halt because of that. So do I think that I would have had a little run? Absolutely. I would still be rapping for sure, but I let it get to me, man. And it's like, do I miss being in the studio and recording and just being able to like have self-expression and
Yeah.
make music that I like and that I think other people like? Absolutely, bro. It's like, I don't know how to get back to it though.
So I'm trying to get my timeline right. So when that happened, when were like all the video directings that you started doing? Like, was that around that time? Like,
So I got into music. I got into music videos originally. I bought a camera. First night it came in the mail, I filmed a video for him, like boom. And that's where it started. So I was filming all these music videos. Then I had a company reach out to me like, yo, we see these music videos you're filming. Like,
Okay.
we want to hire you to like contract for us. So I started doing that. So it was music videos for them. And then it was like a corporate gig here and there. And then I started upgrading my equipment and getting better cameras, more like all this stuff that you see, you know what I mean? I started upgrading and then we started filming like, bro, I got like 6 or 7 Telly Awards, which is like the Emmy for commercials, right? Emmys are for TV shows, Tellys are for commercials.
Yeah.
I got like 7, I think I got like 2 golds and 5 silvers.
Fire.
And it's like, I literally have those awards and it's like, I was filming monster commercials, like beautiful, beautiful cinematography. Like I was immersed in that. And what happened was like my biggest client, I had to move to LA because we had to do reconstruction on our house. So me and my girl moved to Beverly
remember
Hills
that.
for like 3.5 months. And my biggest client that was like paying all my bills. See, this is what people don't know. Like I had an entire like business outside of social media and hip hop. Like
Yeah, I know.
I had a crazy video company that I was running it up with, you know, and they were like, yo, if you're gonna move out there, like we're gonna have to find somebody else. And I was just like, well, I'm not leaving my girl in LA by herself, so you're gonna have to find somebody else, with all due respect. Like I'll do what I can to help you transition. Like I'll fly back and forth, which I did. Like, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm gonna go about it amicably. It was all love. And I you know, I told my girl, I've always been somebody, I don't know if you noticed this, I've always been somebody who's like, try to like think outside the box, okay? So
Right.
like one of the best examples I have is I was on like one of the first podcasts that I know of at Wild 94.1. Like
remember that era, too.
We had Young Dolph on there, Joey Badass, like bro, we had-
Interview me.
yeah, bro,
Okay.
you like,
Yep.
so it was like boom. So that was
I
like one of the
remember.
first, like,
Yeah.
okay, another one. Before people don't even remember this, but like there was a time where people did not have like font and text on videos, right? Me and Ski, we were one of the first people to post a video and put text on the border of the video. And we put it on Facebook and it ran up 1 million views. Now 1 million views don't sound crazy now because you get that on TikTok and on Shorts, no
Right.
problem. Back then though,
Facebook.
you were not doing that. You were not running up 1 million views.
I mean, still, 1 million views is still.
No, it's
1 million
respect.
views, you
I
know?
mean, yeah,
Talking about like
absolutely.
on like the viral sauce and shit
Yeah,
like that. when we
but
did all
that, but
yeah.
okay.
It's like inflation.
Bro,
It's like-
yes, I started a Facebook page, a like page, a business page called the Viral Sauce, and I was taking all these clips, all this stuff that was happening, and I was ripping them and I was uploading them with font on it, and they were getting all these views, and I was paying to push it. Like I remember when Shawty Low died, I took the clip of like T.I. talking about him, and I put font on it, and I said, rest in peace, Shawty Low, an ATL legend. And I spent like $500, and I just blasted it to Atlanta on Facebook. And it got all these views. And I had
shit.
all these people in my messages like, yo, how much can I pay you to repost my stuff? How much can I pay you to post this, post this, post this? And like, I was just gonna grind that, bro, because like, I was getting all these likes on the page, and I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna make so much bread off this.
Yeah.
And then like, I got distracted with some other stuff, and I wasn't consistent with it. You know, it happens. But it's just like, I made you go viral twice on
Yep,
Facebook.
yep.
And like, I had people hitting him up like, yo, how much for a feature? Yo, how much for, and it's just like, I've always been somebody that tries to think outside the box and try new stuff. So boom, bring it back. Me and that client, we go our separate ways. I'm like, what do I do now? My boy Chris at the time was running, he was reaching out to like smaller influencers with like 50,000 followers. And he was like, yo, you got a good solid following. Let's say, for example, they did like sneaker stuff, right? They're sneakerheads. He's like, yo, let's make a program, like a video program that people can pay for that teach them like how to clean and preserve their kicks so they can save them and they stay worth money, right? So I was like, yo, that's fire. And I had a following at that time. I was verified. I was like, yo, I can reach out to even bigger people. Like I can reach out to NFL players because I had plugs. I can reach out to rappers, do a hit. Anyway, so like that was one option. And the other option, I was laying in bed one day and Jaclyn's like, yo, why don't you cook? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, yo, you're such a good cook. Why don't you film YouTube videos cooking? And I was like, in my head, I was like, hell no. Like, all these people shit on me for rapping. Like, I don't want to get roasted for cooking. Like, they're gonna cook me, right? Like, that's how I felt. So I was like, she just kept riding me about it. Do it, do it, do it. I was like, fine. I set up the cameras. I filmed the first episode. I came up with the logo. I did all, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just filmed it and I uploaded it and I thought I was just gonna get ripped up. I was ready to private the video and it just got mad love, bro.
The first one did good.
Got mad love. Did
Bro,
like
everyone loved
80,000
it.
views in the first
Oh,
2
shit.
days.
It's so funny because I remember how like low confidence he had within that video. It's like
That's the
you
one
were
where he
just
had the hat on.
No,
yeah, he
it was
didn't
before
no,
that.
This is before that. He
Bro,
filmed this at the
show
LA
a clip
crib.
real quick. Show a clip real quick.
Yes.
This is my energy.
My girlfriend loves my cooking, my family loves my cooking, and she just kind of like gave me the nudge to try this out.
Anyway, bro, so that's how that came about. So I was like,
No shit.
whoa. And like, let's be real, bro. Like, look
Sushi
at
rice. My bad.
Yeah, no, you good.
I remember.
Like, let's be real. Like, look what my girl accomplished off YouTube. So I'm like, yo, people are like, oh, he's riding a wave off his girl, da 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 da. But it's just like, yo, you still got to put the work in. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I might have got a lot of views, but I only had like 10,000 subs on my first video, like after my first like 3 videos. So it's not like I had 500,000 subscribers, and it was just handed to me like, bro, I grinded out hundreds of videos for that to like grow it to what it is now. But that's how it was. It was just like, it was that. And then I was still doing the film and the cinematography while I was doing more seasoning. So I was only able to upload once a week. And I was like, damn, man, like, well, all this filming that I'm doing, like, I can't pour myself into this. So then I had to like separate myself and like, I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. Let me focus on more seasoning. And it's like, that brought us to where we're at today.
Do you feel like Jaclyn's success has somewhat attributed to your success?
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. I wouldn't have the followers on Instagram that I have. I wouldn't have had the initial like boost in subs and views that I have. And it's like, yo, even still, like I just uploaded a TikTok today, right? And there's like 30 or 40 comments of people like, oh, your girl looks like Jaclyn Hill. And I'm just like, that, like, yeah.
I mean, which obviously we know that.
Right.
But for the people who don't know.
Yeah, nah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, she gave me the idea. So it's like, of course I attribute it to her. You know, it's like, that doesn't go without saying. It's not hard work, like uploading 2 videos a week, filming and uploading 2 videos a week, filming shorts, like replying to comments on Instagram, doing reels, doing stories. It's like, that's work. That's a full-time job. You know, doing links, doing like to know. It's like people don't even know about that side. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot that goes into it.
That's one thing that's probably frustrated me as your boy over the years, honestly, is dealing with people acting as if you are just straight up just riding a wave of some sort. I'm like, do y'all realize this motherfucker hustles his ass off?
Right.
I'm like, he don't just sit around the crib and just like, just hangs out and then, like.
Well, not only that, bro, but like,
saying?
I mean, we're on a pod, but it's just like, yo, I help my girl out so much in her business, bro. It's like, I got one hand in mine and one hand in hers. And it's just like, like the life that we live, I tell people this a lot of times, like when it comes to like me and her's relationship, is like, there is no playbook to our relationship.
Not for real.
Like, think about it, bro. Like, I'm this young kid in my 20s. Like, I got a little bit of money to my name. I meet this girl. I start dating this girl. That's crazy. This airplane is going hard right now, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sound like a motorcycle.
It's like one of them single plane
motorcycle. Nah, so I meet this girl. I start dating this girl. And, like, she's got she's getting noticed out in public everywhere we go. We're getting mobbed. Like, she's shutting the mall down to do ribbon cuttings. And it's like, I'm like, all right. And it's like, she's got her own set of like daily struggles and career struggles that she goes through that nobody's got the answer to, right? And it's like, we've got like, it's like, who am I supposed to lean on? Like, when my girl went through her lipstick stuff, bro, listen, my brother dying was the hardest thing I ever went through in my life. But it was such a quick stab, right? Like, it was just like, boom.
Yeah.
Bro, when my girl went through her lipsticks, I watched the woman that I fell in love with literally disappear, bro. She just got lost in it. Like, it destroyed her.
Which I felt like you hid that from us pretty well back then.
Because what was who was gonna give me advice?
Correct. Yes.
Nobody's been through that. Yeah. Who do I know that's got this like
you never
famous
been through that.
YouTuber, right? Like who's got all these and is dealing with this huge scandal and there's like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It was it was crazy. And that lasted for like at least a year. And that, on God, my brother hurt the most, but that's the hardest thing I've ever gone through, dude. I was so in love with this girl. I was so infatuated, head over heels, like ready to like die for somebody for the first time in my life. Like I just would like, I would just take a bullet to the head for her, like without a question. And it's like, I literally watched her get destroyed.
Well, I think in a situation like that, it's not always just about who can give you advice.
Of course.
It's kind of just like who can you vent to, who can you like.
Yeah, nah, like I would talk to my moms, right? But like even my moms, like my mom didn't understand, bro. Like she couldn't wrap her head around. And it's like, even with y'all, it's like, if I told you about it, it's like you get it, but it's like, you're not gonna sit there and watch like the 30-minute videos of people just shitting on her and just like shitting on us and like tearing her character down and like saying all this untrue shit, and then you got thousands and thousands and thousands of it's like, bro, I remember you sent me a meme one day Remember, somebody like made a meme of her and it
Shit
went
just
like
randomly came up
viral.
on my timeline. I don't follow none of that shit, so I was like,
bro,
oh, this shit
and
must
it's just
be.
like to you, you know,
Yeah.
like you didn't know in the moment. To you, it was funny, but I'm just like in that moment, bro. We're like dying over here, bro. We were just like under the like craziest fire ever, and it's like that was the hardest shit that I have ever gone through in my life, bro. That was so hard, dude. It was just because she disappeared. Like she just crumbled. She crumbled.
Yeah.
So it's like I had to deal with that, but also it's like I literally couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what'd you do?
As her man,
Yeah.
what the fuck could I do? I couldn't do it. What am I gonna get online and argue with 20 million people?
No, of course.
Am I gonna
do
film
that.
videos of her? No, bro. I literally couldn't do anything. I could just be like, yo, stop watching it. Stop watching it. Stop. And
It's
it's
gotta
like,
be rough.
it just didn't.
Oh,
Good catch. Nice catch.
Farnum on go.
Yo, that gust of wind, crazy.
Damn.
If I had one more tequila, that wouldn't have happened.
I would have got up if
Yo,
the mic
I
wasn't in
swear I
front of
did
me.
not
I'd
even
say-
see that shit.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Put that bit in slow-mo.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Damn.
We good?
What was the original question? I don't
Yeah.
even remember.
I don't know, but all I know is that in a situation like that.
Sorry. We'll cut
Go
you
ahead,
off. I
go
got it.
ahead.
Hold that.
Go ahead.
It was the gray area thing. So when I say our relationship's a gray area, it's like we have to deal with all this stuff that like nobody that I know has dealt with, right? So it's like I'm literally navigating this stuff with her. Like it's literally Columbus in the middle of the ocean with no map, no directions. Like we're just in the dark like this, just trying to find the fucking doorknob, bro, to get out of here. And it's like that's how our relationship's been the whole time. Now, as we've gotten older, we're settling into a more mature version of ourselves. We're like, that doesn't matter. You know, like there's a reason why she's not on social media as much as she used to be, even though it's like that's where money is made, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know? And like me, like I don't post my personal life on there because like I'm so tainted from all that. But it's like we're settling into a version of ourselves where it's like we're talking about marriage, we're talking about family, raising a family, like growing our own food, like being self-sustaining, like being good parents, a good mother, a good father, raising incredible human beings. And it's
So y'all, just to confirm, y'all do want kids.
absolutely, bro.
How many?
Absolutely. I mean, me, she's going to say 2. It's 3 all day for me.
Why?
Why 3 or why 2 for her?
Why 3? Well, both.
I had 3 kids growing up. It was me, my brother, and my sister. And I felt like that dynamic was like really cool.
Did you want 2 boys,
Yeah, I
one
was
girl?
gonna say girl, boy.
I'm not going to say because anybody that says that what they want, they don't get it. So I'm just leaving it up to God, man, straight up. But yeah, we definitely want a family. But it's like now we're able to just like pour ourselves into that more so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And we have people that we look up to that can give us guidance in those areas. So it's nice, it's refreshing. It's like you're Columbus in the ocean and all of a sudden you see somebody else sailing. Oh shit, what up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yo, I was just over here. Let me show you how you know? So it's like
Well, what's more important to you now? Building your brand or being supportive of Jaclyn continuing to build
good
her
question.
brand?
okay, so this is just how I feel, right? Like, sorry, I got these wires all over the place. Obviously, I'm just keeping it a stack. I have no problem saying this. If she was like, I want you to be a stay-at-home dad and raise our kids, it's like, financially, we could do that. I could stop filming, I could stop doing more seasoning, I could stop whatever, and we would be fine. However, I feel as a man that I have to bring something more than that to the table. Like, I gotta be a provider in my own sense. Like, I still have my own dreams, my own ambitions, my own goals, and she respects that.
And Jaclyn
you know what I
knows
mean?
that,
Like,
bro.
I wanna make my own multi-millions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as a man, I feel, I'm not saying this for everyone, whatever, but like there's a primal part of me that feels like I have to make more money. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be the provider. I have to be the protector. I have to provide security. It's like, I have those desires in me. So it's like, of course I could do that. And I could just support her brand and do all that stuff. But like I gotta do me too. And it's like, that garnishes a certain amount of respect. I don't care who you are, like a woman is gonna respect that in a sense. Like that's something that a man brings to the table. That's how I feel.
Well, I think you have to have that in a situation like yours, because a lot of dudes would crumble in your situation. You know, they would feel insecure and they would feel, you know, less than.
Yeah.
You know, if their fiance was making more than them or whatever have you.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I just use that as motivation.
Well,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Well, I'm just saying.
all?
I'm saying it takes a strong man to be in that situation, like a confident man.
I remember there was one day that we were talking, and I asked her, like, yo, if I made X amount of money, like, how would you feel? And this was years ago, and she was just like, I mean, that would be cool. And I was just like, damn, it's like that. I was like, so I gotta go hard. You know what I mean? Like, in my head, like, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
But I get it, bro. Like, we have like ultra successful friends, right? Like, I've like, we've been able to be in the presence of like a lot of wealth, right? You know, like people I've worked with, people we're friends with, people we travel with.
Right.
And it's just like, at a certain, and I couldn't understand this because, like, you know, in my mind, I was younger back then, I was grinding. I was like, okay, now I get it. It's like money only brings a certain amount of something to the table, right? Because at the end of the day, if a family member gets a terminal illness or your kid gets a broken, like that shit goes out the window, man. Like, you know, like there's more important things in life than money. And it's like, once you have a certain amount, it's like, what's the fucking difference? You know, like, give or take a few, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't understand that because in my head, I was young and I was like, hell no, I want to get more. I want to, you know what I mean? But it's like, now I appreciate that. I understand that. I have that understanding that finances go so far. They bring so much to the table.
Okay, bro, I feel like that's something because that was a conversation we even had years ago because you were on some like, yo, this girl's like, my girl, bro, she's ultra successful. Like, bro, like, I gotta, like, she makes me want to get it.
Yeah.
You were on that. You were like,
I still feel that way.
Yeah, which is fire. Because you were on some like, yo, she understands that, like, what it takes to get shit done.
Yeah.
And you had a hustle before. We know that. We all know that. And you are multi-talented. You really, honestly, and this is to give you your flowers on the pod, but I genuinely believe that no matter what you put your hand into, you are going to be successful at. Because you just, I don't know, bro. It's just how you are.
Yeah.
And that's just how it's always been.
Yeah.
So with her coming into the picture years ago, you were kind of on some like, yo, no matter how this shit goes, no matter what she's on, I'm going to hustle. And I think we've started to realize now that this money can only get you so far.
Yeah. No,
it
that's
just can't be a competition.
Yeah, and it's not a competition, bro.
And it was for me when I was younger, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like now it's just like, yo, let me do what my duties as a man that I feel. Let me fill that up. Provide.
Yep.
You know, provide. Like, I want to be able to provide. If somebody went like that, and all her success and all her money and all her fame was gone, I still want to be able to provide a certain type of lifestyle for her. So it's like, I'm gonna do that no matter what. But it's like, I know that's not everything.
Yeah.
It's like, look at all these dudes who like work all these hours, make all this bread, but like their wives are miserable. They don't spend time with their kids. It's like, I know that there's more to it than financials. Like, there's a spiritual aspect. There's
millionaires that end their life every
day.
Bro.
And it's just like, there's just more to it than money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Of course.
You can't take it with you.
You can't.
Like, I heard Denzel Washington say, you've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Nope.
That's kind of
that's real shit.
That's actually kind of fire. Switching gears for just a second. Still tying in Jaclyn because with everything she kind of went through over the past years, we saw all the bullshit that she went through. How do we feel about cancel culture?
Oh, bro. Yo, as somebody who watched their loved one get destroyed from that, because to you, it's just a comment on a forum or an Instagram post or a YouTube video, but like, you put enough of those together and that shit turns from a sentence to a bullet. And you can kill somebody with that shit, bro. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people commit suicide who have fame who deal with this shit, because it will derail you. It will make you crumb. Here's the thing. If your identity is tied to whatever is getting canceled, because everybody's got fame and they got their personal life, right? If your identity is tied to that, it will ruin you. It will ruin you. I'm not saying that some people don't deserve to be like, hey, I don't fuck with him no more. I don't fuck with her no more. Like, I get that, man. But like, it's so dangerous to the person on the other side of that.
Yeah.
And I've got firsthand experience of how that shit can rock your world. And it's like, and the truth is, bro, like, what my girl went through with her lipsticks was not her fault. Like, I'm not gonna go into details just for like legal reasons, and I don't want to dabble in that, but like that was literally not my girl's fault, and the internet ruined her for a while. Like she'll tell you straight up, out of everything she's been through, that was like one of the worst experiences of her life. And it's like, because people made assumptions on shit they don't know. You don't work with labs. You're not signing contracts. You're not in negotiation rooms. You're not in a war room. It's like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know this shit. It's like Alec Baldwin when the girl got shot on set. Everybody, he's a murderer. It's like, I don't comment on that shit because I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And just because I watched what has happened to my girl time over time again with people coming after her with these scandals, it's like, you don't know. You're not there. There is so much more that goes on behind the scenes. So many more people involved. So many more hands that are in this. So many more angles and obstacles and all this stuff. And it's like, you read a couple things and you make a judgment and then you call somebody a piece of shit. It's like, yo, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. You'll never find a comment online. I mean, listen, I can't count back to when I was 12 years old on MySpace or whatever, but like, I will never leave a comment on somebody's shit when they're going through something, popping shit about them. Because the truth is, you never know. It's like Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Man, we've been through court. It's been years. We've heard we still don't know what happened. We got people that shit on both of them. Yeah. And it's like, you don't know what happened. Why do you have an opinion?
Okay, well, what about a situation like R. Kelly or Bill Cosby? How do you feel about that?
Well,
because where do we draw the line there?
That's a good question.
Bro, I feel like if there's like undeniable truth to it.
But how is it undeniable?
Well,
because at the end of the day, we still don't know, even if it's like
100%. I watched the documentaries. Listen, they are absolutely painted in a certain way. I also watched a bunch of YouTube videos on my girl that made my girl look like the worst person on earth, and that she did all this shit that she didn't do. So it's like,
and they make it believable.
Yeah,
you know the facts.
Bro, you can spin anything.
Exactly,
you can literally spin anything, and it's just like, I just take everything with a grain of salt. Now, if somebody's on video and they shoot somebody, and that's what I'm saying, you got proof.
It's got to be
great.
that type of proof. Yep.
Straight up. It's like Alvin Kamara beat the shit out of the dude in Las Vegas, and it's on video. It's like, you're getting suspended, bro. If people want to come at him, or if somebody beats their girl up, bro, what you putting your hands on a woman for? Like, respect. If you don't want to support them because of that, because you got proof right here, by all means, do what you do. But it's just like, I would say 8 times out of 10, it's speculation, it's assumptions, it's guessing, and it's people having an opinion on shit that they have 1 iota of a % of what's going on. You know what I mean? So therefore, cancel culture, I'm not with it. If you see something that's literally undeniable, factual, hard proof that you think is messed up, fine.
It's so weird to me though, because cancel culture goes hand in hand with celebrity worship. Because on one hand, you got celebrity worship where these people are funding celebrities' lifestyle and like they're the biggest supporters.
Sure.
But then on the other hand, if something happens, it's that same type of not support, but it's that same type of attention.
Energy, right.
It's the same type of attention that can ruin somebody.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
feel like
crazy.
that's what fans kind of like argue, where they're like, we built you up, we built you. Therefore,
so they feel entitled.
Yes.
take you down
Therefore,
just as fast.
if this is something going on and it's not what's being shown, you owe it to us to tell us.
The people that quote unquote cancel you aren't the fans. Those are just
Good point.
That's another set of people usually.
Yeah.
I would
Right.
agree with that.
Those are just people that they
To a
they're
certain
usually,
degree,
like, bored and they
because
don't.
I do
they just
still
wanna-
feel
they're
like-
just, they're
Right,
just
they-
projecting.
I do
online.
still feel like the same people who can build you up are so quick to tear you down because
Well,
they're
here's
so
the
invested
thing.
in you.
Nah, but
Yeah,
here's
but
the thing.
They ain't the real fans that
Nah.
will really come out and support you and come see you, go to your lipstick launch or whatever.
Sure.
Like, it's not the same people.
Sure.
Like, it's really
I
not.
mean, I think I understand what you're saying, right? So there's a reason why my girl, every time she's in public, if somebody's like, Jaclyn, wants to take a picture with her, wants to talk, wants a palette signed.
She never ever
Always, bro.
says no.
Unless
Ever.
there's like a wild circumstance where we're in the middle of something or you know what I mean? Always.
I've never
because
personally
at
seen
the
her.
end of the day, let's keep it a stack. Those are the people that are watching her videos and buying her products.
Correct.
Those are the same. When people walk up to me and they're like, yo, I love more. Those are the people that are watching my videos, clicking my links. And it's just like, yo, I appreciate you. Absolutely. You know, it's like Drake said it the best. Like, when you're in public, you belong to the fans. Straight up. Like, when you're outside, you belong to the fans. And it's like, it's true. They made you. Without them, you would have nothing. So, but I don't think that goes hand in hand with like cancel culture per se, because it's like you have floods of people who aren't even like a fan. They just catch wind of something that's going on and then they jump at the opportunity to go crazy, right? And it's like you see something trending on Twitter, you watch a couple videos or read a couple tweets and you formulate an opinion like that, and all of a sudden it's like, fuck this dude. And it's just like, nah.
Well, the reason I say it goes hand in hand is because it's the same amount of power.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like Ellen got canceled, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Well, there was stories about her working with her employees and she wasn't treating them well.
Yep.
So,
Bro, there's always gonna be stories. I feel like.
There's always going to be, because at the end of the day, every celebrity is a human being.
Yep.
Everybody does their dirt. Everybody has assumptions made about them. It's like, how many times in life, in a friend group, in an acquaintance group, do people have an idea about you or a thought or something that you did or something that you said, and it's just like, oh, no, it wasn't like that. The difference is you can explain that to one person and be reasonable and rational versus 500,000 people. It's like you can't and then it's like people pick that apart, and it's just like you can never win, bro. It's the craziest thing. There's a reason why the Kardashians don't respond to anything, and it's because you can't win. Even if you come with literal evidence, you cannot win.
Not on the internet.
There's gonna be people who are just like,
that's the Joe Rogan approach. He doesn't he doesn't even look at comments.
He's like,
You don't even read
I don't
them.
give a
way to go
fuck.
about
Just
It's like, why? Like,
post it and go.
yeah.
So
nah, for
It's
sure.
like even somebody like me, like I have like 100,000 followers on TikTok, and when I do read comments, I'm just like, what are you people talking about? There's just so much ignorance online.
Yeah.
People
I
that
forget
don't know
that
anything about
Hey,
you.
just so y'all know, y'all girls be infatuated with Troy on TikTok. Y'all pissing me off. All right.
Hater alert.
Okay. Nah, I am hating.
And you also have to, you know, when we were going through the lipstick stuff, you know, it's not natural for the human brain to receive critical opinions and critiques and like heinous words and thoughts and like spew. You know, it's not normal for someone to receive that 1,000,000 times
Correct.
in the span of 48 hours, right? So it's like, if you do something at work, your manager's pulling you in the office, you're having a one-on-one. If you do something screwed up to your friends, like you're gonna have to sit down with your friends and it's gonna be 3 people. It's like the human brain is not made for that, bro.
Yeah.
It's not designed to understand that. And like, you know, even I find myself doing it, bro. Like I'll have 1,000 comments on a video and I'll literally scroll through every positive comment until I read a negative one and then I'll fixate on it. And
That's
it's
how
like,
your mind works.
and it's
man.
like, why?
That's how your brain
Why?
just works. And it's not real because a lot of those people that leave the negative comments, if you saw them face to face, they wouldn't have that same
Bro,
type of energy.
straight
They
up.
would
Bro.
be so grateful to be in your presence.
When I
and
tell
be like,
you-
yo, like, oh, I like
When
this.
I
like
had this conversation with Jaclyn last week, I said, think about this, because people were going off about, who knows, there's something different every week at this point. I said, let me ask you something. You're so worried about what people think about you. I said, how many out of all of the tens of thousands of people that have met you in person and come up to you, how many have said one negative thing or nasty thing to you? And she's like, none. Why do you
are
care?
trolls.
Because in real life, like your phone, It's like that's a different world, man.
Exactly.
In real life, that shit don't fly. People aren't walking up to us, pressing us. People talking shit on my video. They're not walking up to me. Yo, you saw. It's like that shit don't happen.
actually
It's
never
not
quite
real.
thought about that.
It's
Low-key.
not
And,
real.
and the people that really mean harm to you, they're not gonna type anything.
Hey,
Like,
no,
they're not gonna
facts.
type it. They're really gonna,
they just
gonna
gonna pull
do
up.
yeah.
Bro, and guess what? If somebody had a problem with one of us and came up to us and said something, I'll be taken back for sure. But I would be able to have a conversation or reasonable. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
just
okay,
different energy,
why do you
man.
feel that way? You know, it's just dip, but it never happened.
And most of the people that leave negative comments, they don't even have a profile picture. They just
Bro, I'm not
goes
kidding.
online.
I remember
They're
one time.
projecting.
I remember one time we were out and somebody took a picture of my girl, and they posted on Twitter and they tagged her, and she clicked on it, and and she was like the sweetest girl, and my girl was looking at her Twitter feed and literally like 2 tweets down, just talking shit about my girl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like,
That's
what?
I'm saying.
It's actually pretty corny.
Yeah. How we on time?
That's weirdo shit. The fuck?
How we on time, Jamari?
I would say y'all would want to wrap it up in the next like 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, well-
All right. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Music
Run some
related.
rapid fires. I'll make the responses
yes.
quick.
All right. Top 3 musical influences. Any genre. It could be a rapper, producer, whatever.
Right now,
At all time.
all time. I mean, Drizzy's a goat. 50 was crazy. And so I don't try to rap like him, but his impact, the way that he moved was insane. And I mean, we're talking battle rap, so I gotta go M.
Okay.
Favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish to make, as far as flavor or
It's
simplicity.
Overall, your favorite
My
dish.
favorite dish to make on a weeknight, because it's simple and it tastes good, chicken piccata. My favorite dish to make overall, I'm probably gonna have to go with the lobster pasta.
Top 3 just battle rappers who do straight battle rapping.
My top 3 favorite or top best?
Give him his favorite.
Yeah, do favorite.
My 3 favorite battle rappers, I'm gonna go Hollow the Don. Shout out my boy Hollow. I'm gonna go Old Reed Dollars from Philly.
I remember him.
And then I'm gonna go Dumbfounded.
Dumbfounded. He's funny too. He was on Roast Me a couple episodes.
Yup.
Thoughts
Okay.
on what you about to say?
No,
Troy?
go ahead.
I was gonna say thoughts on since we got to go to San Francisco, In-N-Out Burger.
All right, thoughts on In-N-Out. I've had it several times. I've had really good experiences. I've had mid experiences. When the food comes out hot, I love it. When it comes out cold, like any other place, I'm pissed off.
That shit was mid.
It's a good burger.
Mid.
We'll find out again.
Yeah, we will.
It's only one time.
Way to fuck up the rotation,
Yeah, bro.
Leroy.
Oh, my bad.
No,
I'm sorry. I had to say, go ahead, Troy.
It's
You
okay.
good?
Okay. Advice you would give to your 13-year-old self.
My 13-year-old self. Oh, wow. Listen to your gut. Don't let the little things take you off course. And love your family more.
Respect. Anything else you want to ask, G?
I know you probably have a lot, but what's like what's one of your favorite memories with Jaclyn?
Damn, bro.
The first one that comes to mind.
Probably when we told each other we loved each other.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just like both bawling our eyes out.
Of course.
She was like, I have to tell you something. I was like, I have to tell you something. She's like, what? I was like, I love you. We were crying. She's like, well, I love you too.
Just so y'all know, this motherfucker ball his eyes out every other goddamn
All right,
day.
so funny story real
emotional
quick.
man.
So Jaclyn's mom, my soon-to-be mother-in-law, she gave us like a little pre-wedding present the other night. She gave Jaclyn one, and she gave me mine. And it's a bucket with a handle on it, and it's got a little plaque on it, and it says, Jordan's tear bucket with the date of our wedding. And she wants Leroy to hold it to collect all my tears and tissues.
There's gonna be a lot of tears. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Nah, this is going to be a powerful
Yeah,
weekend, bro.
Yeah. No,
Troy,
for
you
sure.
want to go? Ask something else.
Nah, man. Nah.
Because I want to ask one more thing, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
He said, nah.
But bro, this is a large weekend, bro. Going into this shit, man. Before you step into this new life that you're about to go into, bro, is there anything that you want to say to your soon-to-be wife on camera right here?
Oh, what you want me to cry,
Yeah,
bro?
I want you to say it, bro. Nah, I'm being so serious, bro. Nah.
What do you want me to tell her?
Bro, nah, for real. Like, you're my brother, bro. I
Yeah,
love you.
no, facts. I
Nah,
love
I'm being
you
dead
too.
ass. This is a serious moment.
Okay.
and I want to know what is it about this woman? Whatever it is that's on your mind, bro. Please say it to this camera because I'm genuinely curious. I know what I know, but I want to hear it from you right now in public on this camera. What is it?
What is it about her? Why?
Yes.
Why?
What do you want to tell her before you walk into this marriage? This is a lifetime, bro.
Yo, you're asking me to sum up like every emotion that I have, right? Like it's tough. I've never met such an incredible human being in my life. Somebody that's like willing to be so vulnerable and accept someone's vulnerability. Somebody who's willing to give everything that they have for the person for the people that they love, even more so than me. Like when I say she would give the clothes off her back, she would do that. Motivated, energetic, happy, peppy, like loves life, loves her friends, loves hard, period, just loves so hard. Intellectual, like the deep conversations and the communication that we have, like I've never experienced that with anyone. Like there's no part of my being that I can't show to her and give to her and put on a stage in front of her, and she would ever judge me in any type of way. It's like, so like when I tell you, I know that she loves me for everything that I am, every flaw that I have, every great characteristic, every ounce of potential, every failure. It's like she loves that, you know, and I love that in her. It's so funny. I always tell her like, I love you more, you know, but the reason why I tell her I love you more is because I can't imagine anybody could feel more than I feel towards her. Like when I tell you without a fucking hesitation, I would die for that woman, bro.
I know.
I would give my life in a second for her. Like, not skipping a beat. Somebody walked in with a gun, take me. You know, like, yeah, so it's just, she's just the most miraculous, incredible human being that I've ever encountered. There's so many facets to her that I just get lost in so many different parts of her. I get lost in her brain and her anxieties that she has. It's like there's so many different parts to her that I lose myself into.
Yeah.
You know, and like she does the same for me. You know, it's just like I know people say like, oh, you can have multiple people out there that you can love. There's multiple partners out there for everyone, but like I know for a fact, I've seen my friends in relationships, I see my family, her family, I've seen so many people in relationships and marriages, bro. And when I tell you it's different, it's different. What we got is different, and that's not a flex, that's not a brag. I'm not even saying it's different in a better way. It's just different. And I want to hold on to that, and I want to grow old with her, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. I don't want to die with her.
Oh, man.
Damn, that was beautiful.
Hey.
Straight up.
That was beautiful.
And I can't wait to marry her, bro. Before
Bruh.
God, before my friends, 48 people coming to our wedding. We said we wanted a small wedding, and we want everybody at our wedding to be there in 10 years to hold us accountable for our vows. So that's why we made it so small, because we are confident that every single person that sits down at our ceremony will be there in our lives 10 years from now to hold us accountable. And it's just like, it's so meaningful. Everything about us is so meaningful, bro. And I can't imagine ever being able to find out with somebody else. It's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. She's a unicorn.
See why I need them bucket of tears.
Facts, bro.
That's real, bro.
Nah, that's super real, man.
Appreciate you doing this. For
Yo,
real.
of course.
That was love, man. For real.
I love you, bro.
Yo, I love y'all, man.
Bro.
Hell yeah,
For
love you
real.
too, bro.
For real, man.
Y'all been
For sure.
my my brothers for fucking
Decade, bro.
decade and a half. Some of us 2 decades.
Shit is weird, bro.
Yo, I wanted to talk about something and I forgot what I wanted to say, man.
Damn,
Well,
20. I mean,
I guess we're gonna have to
2007.
run a part
If we're
2 at
saying
some
if we're
point.
saying 2007, that's how long
bro,
ago?
I've known Zach
20,
since elementary school.
16
Oh,
years.
shit.
So, damn, I've known you for like 16 years, bro.
Yeah, no,
Jesus Christ.
pushing
Shit
20 years,
weird,
dude.
thinking
Like
about
we're
it.
getting old.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up, bro. We appreciate you.
Obviously cut me out, but I was
Hi.
listening to everything you said.
This is how you end a
You see it
podcast right here.
Cameo.
All right, we got a cameo. All right. Shout out Jaclyn. We love you.
I didn't even know she was back there.
He
Heard the
did
whole
not.
thing.
All right.
And I mean,
That's
clip
a
it.
clip right there.
Oh, man.
All right, just so y'all know, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Payday Out Podcast. Make sure you follow us at the Payday Out Podcast. Follow me at Roy Motos, you at
T Greenery.
him at,
Troy Blyden.
and my guy.
Farnumgrindtime
Okay.
on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow More Seasoning on YouTube. We're about to hit 500,000 subs. I appreciate all 500,000 of y'all.
Yes, sir. Just like that. It's a wrap. We gonna finish up. We out.
Next time y'all see me, I'm married.
Oh, God.